Harry, general thoughts on the game?
Just thought we got behind deficit-wise a little bit too much than we're normally used to. Third quarter, I think we let the league get up to about 16 or 17. Us just simply not, executing our press the proper way. Then fourth quarter, finally we stepped up defensively and the energy was finally there, and we made the run. Got up 70 to 67, and they made the bucket where and won, and then down the stretch they made their free throws. I just thought we didn't play well. I didn't think we played well. And that's a combination of us not playing well and North Point playing well.
Anything defensively they gave you guys problems with?
Not in particular. We had known from the scouting that they were going to, press a lot. They were going to double real quick and try to trap a lot. So that intensity level, we've seen it. And, it was like I said, it was a combination of us missing shots and a combination of their intensity on defense. Without a doubt, they played a great game. We give them a lot of credit for winning.
How much momentum-wise, Ricky got 3 fouls in the first half. Momentum-wise, how did that, stymie your team a little bit? Because Ricky is your second scoring option.
Oh, all throughout the season, whether it's Ricky or Myreek or Carell or other guys stepping up, I don't think it really mattered too much. I just think overall we got outplayed tonight and outcoached tonight.
Did you think this game was yours to win once you finally overtook them? Because y'all were down most of the way, and it seemed like you had a huge momentum swing there.
You think that, but as the game went along, you watch so many games, usually teams that get behind that much make that run, and then usually it goes back the other way. You're hoping 70 to 67. I think number 44, Muhammad, or either him or 12 got the N1. Simmons got the N1 and then made the free throw. And then, down the stretch, he was great from the line. I don't know what, 8 for 9 from the line. So he definitely executed down the stretch.
Rick, you just kind of talk about that run that you guys made to get back into it. I mean, like you said, you were struggling as a team for a while, but you made that run. Just kind of talk about how you guys put that together.
Called the timeout. Coach said we got to pick it up on defense, and as a team, we just called out one of our presses, and that's how we turned our defense up.
Mr. Carr, I'm a reporter from down in Southern Maryland, and there's a lot of talk about you, and I know you've got more than your team is comprised of more than just you, but obviously with what you've done and all the footage that's out there, how would you evaluate how North Point played you, and did you sense from the get-go that they were ready to take it to you, and you kind of had a bullseye on you? They wanted to prove to you that they could play, especially their point guard.
They're a good team. They're a good defensive team. They send a lot of defenders at you, try to confuse you up, try to double team you a lot, but just kept my head and played in the flow. And they just a good team.
How would you evaluate the way you played?
I played my hardest, but I really didn't give it my all because I really couldn't do too much.
Is that a credit to their defense?
Yeah, credit to their defense.
Speaking of the game, Aquille, talk about, I was kind of standing right behind you, that inbounds play that was intercepted. Kind of what happened there, and what, was there a breakdown there? Or
no, it just was a misunderstanding. Me and my teammate, miscommunication. And I just thought he was coming back to the ball, but I just threw it because I thought I didn't want to get a 5-second call. I should have just called the timeout, but just was trying to get the ball in my hand.
You're so used to winning on every level that you play, and you guys had a great season. Obviously, a tough loss to North Point. Does this give you a little bit extra motivation to come back next year and try again for a state championship?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to bring my team back next year. We're just going to have to play extra harder, more defense, and try to get another one.
Aquille, what do you think it was tonight? What was it about tonight as far as the slow start and just having to come back from such a long deficit?
It just, I would tell you, we used to, coming out, we're not really used to, coming out just stepping on the gas right there. We was too laid back, and they just was taking it towards. To the second half, we had talked to each other and know that's going to be our half. But they made some runs, we made some runs, we made the big runs. And that's when they just came back. They executed down the line, made free throws.
Harry, how disappointing is this? A great season, but you guys have talked about the goal being winning the state championship and being that close and not getting it.
It's really not disappointing at all because, 20 years from now, who's going to remember who won the state championship? What I told them is, 20 years from now, I hope to know them, that none of them are in prison, that none of them are, have been killed or anything. So that's the bigger picture. We won our first championship since '76. We won a regional title. You can't take that away from us. So it is not disappointing at all. We battled. We just came up short to a better team today.
Could just tell me what adjustments you made in that second half? Do you know, like North Point threw a lot of bodies at you, but how were you able to, put the team
I
in your
just
back?
looking at the defenders, like when they put number 5 on me, I know I can beat them on the dribble. Putting number 3 on me, I just got working on my offense, just come around. They would double team me a lot, so I was just looking for the open man, hit the open shot.
What were your impressions of Marquise Wright? He's a sophomore, same grade as you're in.
He played, he good, like he working that system, like they got a lot of plays that's going through him. So it's basically like he a good player, good defensive player.
Was he a tough guard for you?
Yeah, he a tough guard, but yeah, he just came out, made a couple plays, and just played good defense.
Aquille, talk a little bit about just the thought running through your mind after the game. A lot of people look at the YouTube highlights, but they don't see the work that you put in. They don't see the camaraderie of you and your teammates. They may think that you're this cocky person, but people who kind of spend some time with you and get to know you know that you're confident, but you love the game, you love to work. Talk a little bit about the emotional toll after the game, the tears, and just the hurt and the pain and what you were thinking about knowing what you guys put in and knowing how much of a family you guys have been this year.
I'm just happy for my seniors, Ricky and Correll and Marcus, that they played on my team. I got them this far, tried to get them a state championship before they left. But I got us a city one and a regional one. But they just work hard. We worked hard together every day in practice. So basically, like, after the game, it just was a lot going through my mind that get my team the state championship that I always wanted. But at least I got them city championships and regional. So we basically went 2 for 1. Just lost a big one next year, just trying to come back and get it out. But hopefully they can just come and watch us.
Coach, was this the best team you played all year, this North Point team?
It was the best team we played tonight. I don't know about all year. I don't know. Like I said, I'll give them credit, but anytime there's a lot of numbers on the sheet that goes against us. 8 for 42 in the first half. 33% for the game. I thought if we were going to go down, I thought it was going to be, we would lose to a bigger team. And I guess that's the most disappointing thing is that we were actually probably a little bit bigger than they were. But they played the same style that we played. So, like I said, they just made plays. We allowed the lead. We were just a little bit too lackadaisical in terms of thinking we could just step it on any time. When we did step it on, made a great comeback. I don't know what that run ended up being, but I think we were down by 17, up by 3. So we ended up going up by, that's a 20-point swing. And then they scored the last 7 points of the game, or something like that. They had 9-2 run at the end of the game. So it's not. The Baltimore City, you saw tonight or earlier today, Dunbar and Digital winning state championships. It's funny because we beat Dunbar, we beat Digital, we beat Milford Mill, so everybody that won a state title today we beat.
Except for the team you played.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, was there any of this, they're number 2 in the Washington Post area, y'all were number 1 in the Baltimore Sun area. Did y'all take any of that from a pride standpoint, wanting to prove maybe a battle of top-ranked teams there? Which city was better or something?
Not necessarily. I follow the Washington Post personally, but I think we could compete with Montrose Christian and DeMatha and some of those schools. So there was no talk of them being number 2. We knew they were undefeated. You don't get to be undefeated without playing some good basketball.
Hey, Ricky, just kind of Tim, I know you was in some foul trouble. Just talk about, I guess, the North Point defense. I know they wanted to stay in front of you, keep you away from the basket.
Yeah, they was just playing really, really good defense. I got to give it to him. He just stayed with me the whole game. I just couldn't get my shots off, as I would like to see.
Aquille, there's been a lot of rumors about you possibly transferring next year. On ESPN 980 radio yesterday, they said you probably were going to stay for 1 more year and then you plan to transfer after that. Do you have any comment about your future? Have you thought about that at all?
No, basically I'm saying I'm staying with Patterson for my next 2 years. No transfer, no nothing. Just at Patterson High School.
Hey, Corella, Ricky, you guys, I mean, Aquille talked about how he's going to work hard next season. How about you guys? You going to take your game to the next level?
Like he said, he work hard. We gonna work hard. Tomorrow we get right in the gym. We'll go right back at it. Just work hard for the next level.
We gonna work even hard. Yeah, like Ricky said, we're back in the gym on Monday, prepare for the All-Star game. It doesn't end here just with the big loss. Then I believe that we should have won.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Good